Speaking of things that are interesting, Eminem filed paperwork on December 15th asking the U.S. Trademark Trial and Appeal Board to grant him a protective order from having to appear in person for a deposition amid his ongoing trademark dispute with Giselle Bryant and Robin Dixon from the Real Housewives of Potomac. I never thought Eminem would be in a legal fight with Potomac stars, but here we are. His lawyers called the Bravo stars' efforts to make him appear at a deposition premature and procedurally improper, noting that they have yet to serve the rapper with a notice of deposition, a necessary prerequisite to taking and requesting that the board compel a deposition. So the filing also argued that Eminem's presence at a deposition would be duplicative and unduly burdensome given the musician's limited knowledge of the subjects at issue, and claimed that the two have made no attempt to obtain the discovery they seek via more convenient and less burdensome means. So the legal drama began in February last year when Eminem filed an opposition against the two's trademark application for their podcast name, Reasonably Shady. He stated that he believes he will be damaged by the issuance of a registration of Reasonably Shady because it resembles his nicknames Shady and Slim Shady. So does Eminem, should he have to appear in person, and why do they want him to do so?
I think Eminem is likely going to have to appear in person, and this is wild. So when you file a lawsuit or you're served with a lawsuit, you're a party to that lawsuit. You're not just a witness. And as a party to a lawsuit, generally speaking, you have to sit for a deposition. So we've talked about the different types of discovery. There's written discovery where the parties may exchange questions and answers under oath, under penalty of perjury. A deposition is a recorded interview under oath with a court reporter present. And generally speaking, if you are a party to a lawsuit, you have to sit for a deposition. It's just that simple. And in this case, Eminem's the plaintiff. He sued. He's probably going to have to sit. Now, you have to be served with a notice, and that's just a formal document that says when and where and how the deposition is to take place. So if that doesn't happen, you might have to wait until the notice is served. But once it is by the housewives' lawyers, Eminem is likely going to have to appear. And the issue is, look, he might not know everything about trademark law, but he's going to know enough about his mark and how he was allegedly damaged by the housewives for him to have relevant information and have to sit for that depo.
Right. I think I remember us speaking about this originally, that he doesn't own the name Shady, I don't believe. So it doesn't seem like maybe he will win in this case, because I don't know, I just can't see this Reasonably Shady podcast really damaging the brand.
Yeah, it really comes down to likelihood of confusion and how similar things are. So, late last year we talked about the Yellowstone coffee case. You're talking about cowboys and coffee, and maybe there would be some confusion. But obviously, we know Eminem, one of the greatest artists of our time, but he's not necessarily someone that is really in the same space as the housewives. Like you said, you have, a hip hop artist, you have some Bravo celebrities doing a podcast. So, whether it's an administrative law judge or a state or federal judge, they're going to be looking at this and saying, well, is there really a likelihood of confusion here? Are people going to confuse the Housewives podcast with Eminem's brand? Probably not, but we'll see what the discovery and depositions show.